Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cozy Corner Chronicles. I'm Julia,
And I'm Liz.
and we are doing a little short snippet, as promised, about Cain's Jawbone that we will be, I don't know if we're going to be calling it chapter chats. It'll just be a whole segment in itself.
Yeah, it's just going to be Cain's Jawbone because it can't be a chapter chat, especially with what is to unravel. And if you guys haven't heard of Cain's Jawbone, it actually resurfaced on TikTok maybe like a couple years ago. And I think that's how we actually found it. I want to say it was a little bit after COVID.
Yes,
So
because a lot of people were dedicating time during COVID.
yes, and we did attempt to read this and figure it all out. And again, we'll explain it here in just a minute. But we were not very successful due to time and our group and stuff. But now that we have a podcast dedicated to just books, Julia and I have decided that we are going to dive into it again.
Yes, so with that being said, we're reading on Wikipedia. I know your teachers tell you you're not supposed to look on Wikipedia, but let's just be real here. Wikipedia is probably going to give you the most information about the book. So basically, Cain's Jawbone is a murder mystery puzzle written by Edward I'm not going to say it. Edward Powys Mathers under the pseudonym Torquemada. And it was first published in 1934 as part of like a puzzle book. And in 2019, it officially became published as a new standalone edition of the puzzle. And what we want to say about this is just because we've already kind of like dove into this, dove into this like before, is that because it was written in 1934, the research into the book itself takes like hours because there are so many things we just like did not know what it was.
It's intense. Like, I actually have the book with me right now. I know Julia has it, but it probably got lost in moving somewhere, so it's somewhere.
I'm reordering it.
So the actual purpose of the book is to, sadly, cut it up. So I've already cut it up, and if you are just listening right now, I am holding a very tiny binder, sheet protectors and all of that, with all the pages of the book inside. It is 100 pages, and honestly, it was the saddest thing I've ever had to do. But I did cut it up. I did keep like the cover and stuff. So this is what the cover looks like. Very, enticing.
Murder
to say the
mystery.
least. Yeah. So there are very much a lot of words in here that we did not know. And I think from my notes and just looking at it, we made it to page 13.
Yeah, and we had a whole Google spreadsheet, and it was really intense,
beautiful.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole entire purpose of the book is that it is a 100-page book that you need to put the book in order. Like, you have to put all 100 pages in the order they're supposed to go, and then solve 6 different murders, because 6 people get murdered, and you have to solve their murderers based off of you putting the whole book in the right order. Like,
a fun fact, this wasn't actually purposeful. The misprint was an accident in 1934, and then somehow it made sense, and then turned into, okay, let's make it a game, because it says on here, so this is the answer sheet. Obviously it's blank because we don't know the answers, but it tells you like to enter into the prize, which I believe was just a couple $100 at the time. Provide a short explanation on how the solution was obtained, the full names of the 6 persons murdered, their murderers, and the correct order of the 100 pages of narrative. And then on here it says like, describe how you basically solved it, and then murdered persons, the murderer, and then on the back it literally lists like the printed pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and it should be that a blank number.
yeah, and like, to put this into perspective, I think it said, I don't know if this changed because of COVID, but at the time when it was like bursting at the seams, only 3 people had solved this. And if you read the book, it's not like it doesn't flow. Like, it's not like you're like reads. Reading. Yeah, like it actually reads. So that's why it's even harder, because you're like, yes, it's a kind of a bunch of random narratives, which it's supposed to be, but it makes sense and it reads. So it's hard.
And it says here the puzzle, again, like we said, consists of 100 pages, and it's arranged in the wrong order. The first edition of it was actually a hardback. The second edition is a box set of page cards. To solve the puzzle, the reader must determine the correct order of the pages. We already said that. And then, the text includes a large number of quotation references, puns, spoonerisms, which we had to look up because we were so confused, and other word games. So it is really complicated to kind of decipher because it's written also in like Old English.
Mm-hmm.
But like, for example, I'm just gonna read a little bit of the first page just so you guys know that we're not crazy. It goes, I sit down alone at the appointed table and take up my pen to give all whom it may concern an exact account of what may happen. Call me nervous, call me fey, if you will. At least this little pen, this mottled black and silver Aquarius with its nib specially tempered to my order in Amsterdam, is greedy. It has not had much work since it flew so nimbly for the dead old man. As I watch the sea, Casey Ferris passes with down-dropped eyes.
I'm pretty sure whenever we had read that too, didn't we see if a store back then made the pen Aquarius, and then we come to the conclusion that the fairy, like that Ferris thing, was like a fairy. I remember specifically, like, you literally have to research. Like, we were researching, like, what does this mean? Is this a store? Is this like a, like, it's crazy. And Liz is showing, if you're not like
yes.
like watching, Liz is showing her pages highlighted with notes, and
Yes.
it's a lot, guys.
So from this, we got that maybe there was some kind of wedding. Who is Casey Ferris?
Yes,
And we looked it up, and it could have been a ship.
Yeah,
because
that's
of the
what it was.
sea. Yeah, it was intense.
Oh, because we said Aquarius. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
See, it's intense, guys, and we only made it to page 13 last time.
So, oh, never mind. Okay, so in 1934, the prize was actually 15 euros to the person who could solve it. 15 euros is just not enough.
But now that translates to roughly 1,000 now.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, so again, it resurfaced on TikTok, and honestly, like you said, after the 3 people had solved it, no one else said anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are, 2 girls going to solve Cain's Jawbone, hopefully before the next one comes out.
I don't know
not.
if we can yell. It's like, if people spend years on this. But what I will say is that we will put in the effort to try to solve this.
Because no matter what, we're starting the second one.
Yeah, exactly. So I've placed my order for the book plus the laminate sheets plus the binder, and I got a 2-inch binder so that when the second book comes out, I can just divide it and have that be it. So
yeah, well, wish us luck, and if you are going to follow us on this journey, please make sure you leave your little notes so that maybe we can compare, and maybe even we could make the well, I think we would definitely have to have a separate one, but maybe we can make a copy of our Google Doc and we could share, and we can all put our notes in there.
Yeah, because the more the merrier. Let's win this fake 1,000 euros that doesn't exist anymore, but our pride will be on the line.
Maybe we'll have a prize.
Yeah. I actually do have a book that I need to give away. So guys, maybe we can do a giveaway. Anyways, that's what we're learning about Cain's Jawbone. So if you want to follow along with us, feel free to comment on like YouTube. I don't know, send us a text message if you're our friend, or just comment on the Spotify, whatever y'all want to do.
Yes, and we are looking forward to diving into this mystery with you guys.
Yes. So thank you guys so much. Bye.